inspired to push through. Because there's a spark in you. Breakthrough or bust. Hey, how are you? So good to be back. And I am coming back to you at the it's the blue supermoon in August. So it is a supermoon because it's close to the earth. It is blue because it's our second full moon of the month in August. So a couple things I thought were really cool. One is a blue moon only occurs like once every 2 or 3 years. I actually thought it was more often than that. So I thought that was really interesting. But also a blue supermoon only occurs about once every 10 years. So kind of a rare thing. And on top of this thing that only happens once every 10 years, we have 6 out of our 8 planets in retrograde. And essentially what retrograde means is that it's kind of like being at a stoplight and the cars next to you start rolling forward while you sit still, right? And you're not going backwards, but it feels like you're going backwards. That's essentially what happens when planets are in retrograde. So, I mean, truly, full disclosure, I'm not an astrologer, okay? I just really like to keep up with the energy at play, the things that are going on. And I say it all the time. I really like to know what the energy is so that I know how to empower myself, okay, to optimize this energy and use it to make myself a better person, to live more joyfully. Okay. And that's what I do. That's what I do here, bringing this to you. That's why I started shifting this podcast to do more of this. This is what I do in my group. Oh, Shift Here We Grow. This is just the stuff that I do. Okay. And I hope that it's helpful for you. But that being said, let's get into it. Oh, and hello, I see some little hearts and stuff. I am here on StreamYard, so I cannot see you unless you say hello. But yes, hello to you. And okay, so I got a little more in depth, not totally so, but a little more in depth last week in Oh Shift Here We Grow about the different planets in retrograde. Hey, Raina, how are you? So happy to see you. And essentially, I'd say the overall, right? So I kind of went through what each of them were doing here. I'm just going to do a little synopsis for you quickly. But essentially, we are being, I guess, confronted is the word I'm hearing, confronted with our past. Things from the past are showing up, the good, the bad, the ugly. Our inner voice is really being a jerk. Okay, I don't know what else to say. The inner voice is really trying to win the war. And our intuition is feeling all wonky and knocked out of sorts. I mean, Venus is even in retrograde. So, you know, we may be feeling weird in our love. You know, and love can be with others, but can be with yourself. So there's a lot of different things sort of showing up. And what's interesting is this morning, you know, as I was processing it, because I got to tell you, I'm feeling it. I am really feeling it this time. Sometimes I'm like, oh no, it's, you know, no, this one I am feeling it. And so I was kind of sitting there with myself this morning, you know, reflecting and getting that grounding, that clarity, you know, and let me just say grounding is always the best thing you can do when all of the energy has you feeling like you're crazy. But so, you know, getting that clarity and that grounding And I had this visual of my energy, my emotions, my physical being, being water floating down a river. And these retrogrades are like these little dams that are being set up in the river of my energy. And essentially, my job, my purpose right now is to just keep pushing through them, keep pushing through them, trust myself, trust the universe. And I've been talking for a while about this season. Honestly, this year has been a year of pushing us into our highest growth. Okay. And it started last fall with an eclipse season. We went into winter, which is always a big reflection season. Then we went into spring, another eclipse season. And now here we are with this shit show in the summer. But right at the beginning of the summer, what showed up was that we are moving into our power. And I think this is our big, you know, what is the word I'm trying to think of? Like that standoff, that standoff before we really own our power. We're already in our power. Okay, you're already there. You're not owning it. And this is making you own it. You've got to stand up to all of this stuff in order to own it. Okay. So, all of those things from the past, the triggers, all of the stuff, it is asking you to process it, to work through it, to let it go. To let it go. Big part of it, let it go. And it's okay to, hold on to the memory, the lesson, but not, the resentment or fear or, whatever that brought up for you. So letting that go, knowing, okay, that was the past. This is not that. And I'm stepping into a new chapter. And oh man, I am so ready for fall. It's like that this will hopefully, we will be harvesting all of this work that we have done for the entire year. So, and that's what fall brings, that harvest. And it's really sort of that new year for us again. So, all right. All of that being said, what I like to do is I like to come to you right before the new moon and the full moon. So tomorrow, the full moon, the blue supermoon, and bring you the overall theme for our moon. And so we have a dragon today. Our dragon came up and it's singled. Okay. Let me get that. There we go. And it's so funny. I just always love the little synchronicities that come up. So singled was all about the past. And let me just, that one quote I really like. Do that which lifts your heart to bring forth your deep inner smile from within. Yes to that. So again, singled is talking about the past coming up, right? And how we work with that. And again, just what I was saying with all of these little retrograde dams in the river, pushing through those, trusting yourself, trusting the universe, trusting your spiritual team, working your way through all of that. And Singold brings forth gratitude. And I thought, what a beautiful way to work through that, and finding the gratitude in each of those things, finding the gratitude so you can thank it and move it along, push that river along, right? And one thing I really liked about this message too was having like a token or a totem, something that maybe you carry with you or that you wear, or even like a little shrine in your home, a candle, whatever it is that reminds you to focus on that gratitude, whatever it is that you're wanting to focus on, to have that front of mind right in front of you, putting that up and allowing yourself to move forward. Okay. I think the biggest thing to know about this energy. So again, the moon is super close, which means we're feeling it more. It's a blue moon. It's, and all these retrogrades, it's a lot. There's a lot of intense energy. And I think the biggest thing I want you to know is no, you're not going crazy. Okay. It is not you. It is the energy all around. We are all being asked to step up. We're being asked to step up. All right. So do that. Just step up. Don't freak out. Let it go. And I look, I'm talking to myself here too. Like I have been doing the whole, mental, I don't even know what you would like fight boxing match. I don't know. But yeah, it's been real over here. So if you're feeling that, you are in good company. Okay. Just again, back to trust, faith. And if you would like some more clarity, some more guidance, more grounding on all of this, I will be doing the full moon illumination reading tomorrow, where we check in more on, the inner influences, the external influences, and just more the guidance that we can have moving forth into this time. And so again, the full moon is also a harvest of the seeds we planted at the new moon. So it's also that time where we can look at, well, what's working, what's not working, and identifying what we want to release. So after the full moon, the moon gets smaller, it wanes. This is the time for releasing, for letting go, which also, again, is going to be perfect with all these retrogrades, right? So we want to really identify, what are we letting go of with all these retrogrades? What are they asking us to own and release and move on from? All right. So I invite you, if you would like to join me for that full moon reading tomorrow, would love to have you there. I ask $20 love offering. So reach out to me if you would like to be part of that. And then also just want to put out there that I have my course, 30-Day Feminine Power. Okay. This is another type of thing. It's about really owning your power. It's that inner goddess. It is about going through those steps of tapping into your intuition, finding those triggers, that inner child healing, and then releasing all of it, and then owning your power, right? And it's a really cool program. And again, it's 30 days because it's like 30 different activities, but you can do it in your own time. But it takes you through, it's like these really short videos, so that it's, bite-sized pieces. It's manageable to do on your schedule. But you can also take it deeper, which is kind of the idea, and really use that to have that oomph, that support of getting into your power. And it's really, seriously, this whole program, it's a $222 value, but with all the stuff that's going on, it's been marked down until the fall equinox to $33, which is ridiculous. But I felt guided to do that. So for me, it's not ridiculous. I know a lot of people be like, Chloe, stop giving your stuff away. I know, but I felt guided, so I'm doing it. Okay. So no apologies. but that is there for you. You can go to the desireacademy.com if you'd like to check that out a little bit more. So that's what I've got for you today. I hope that this is helpful. As always, I would love to hear from you. Let me know what's going on, how I can support you. Let me know what you're feeling in all of this. All right. So that's what I've got. I see you. I love you. I believe in you. Keep pushing through because there's a spark in you. Bye.